If you're older than about 14, you'll have heard the cliche, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's everywhere nowadays, all over Instagram, YouTube, etc. But I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not true. Of course it's true. We all know this. But in today's day and age, it's not the only thing we really have to worry about. You see, it's not only the people that we're around in real life, it's the content too. Because we're constantly online, constantly on our phones, on screens, TVs. Our brain, it doesn't know the difference. In about 200,000 years, our brain hasn't changed that much. It hasn't caught up to 2026. It doesn't know what a phone is, Instagram is. Your subconscious is taking this all in and it's learning, it's adapting. You see, we are social animals. We have evolved to fit in, to adapt to one another. This is why you become like the people you hang around. Because your brain needs other people to be safe. We need to live in a community. And if you're outside of that, if you're weird, you'll be kicked out of the group. And your brain doesn't want that, so it fits in, it adjusts, it changes itself. This is why it's so important who you hang around. But not only that, what you're watching, this goes for movies, shows, all of it, video games, and of course, social media. I've seen this myself firsthand so many times. When I was young and a teenager, I used to love crime shows, in particular drug dealing shows and prison shows. I was young, impressionable, of course, and I would watch these all the time. This was one of my main pastimes. You know what happened to me? I ended up idealizing drug dealers and prisoners. I thought it was cool. I thought it was hip. I thought drug dealing was the way to go. In fact, I really did want to become a drug dealer. Now, I sold a little bit of weed, but I ended up getting so caught up in addiction and doing drugs and myself that I was never really that interested in doing it. I lost the motivation. I was too addicted. I didn't care. Which leads me on to my second point. The reason that I really got into drugs, of course, a lot of it was through my own choice, right? But when I was growing up, around that same time, I was watching on social media people I knew. And they were posting pictures of them partying and drinking. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, I got my beer. I'm at a festival. Maybe some of them were doing drugs. I got so jealous, man. Honestly, I was so jealous. I wanted to do that too. I wanted to be the cool one going out partying, drinking, having fun. And I kept building up my head. And of course, you get the YouTubers who'll post video, like big YouTubers who'll post videos of parties, of them drinking, going out. And I fucking hate everyone who's like that. You're putting on young people one of the worst habits possible. Even if you're only a guy posting with a few hundred followers just to look cool in front of his local circle, you're having a massive effect on people and you don't even know it. You need to be careful what you're posting. And of course, not only that, the people I ended up hanging around, they were drinking. Eventually, we all started doing drugs. Of course, that influenced me too. But the reason I was so caught up, I had this massive desire to go out and live that lifestyle was because of those early days of social media and getting jealous and looking at people doing some bad habits. But of course, when you're young, you don't see it. Of course, in that social media post, you don't see the pain behind the alcohol, behind the drugs, behind the drinking. Especially young people. Like, most young people should not want to go towards that life, but they do. One, because it's glamorized, but two, because a lot of them are suffering mentally. And unconsciously, they need that escape. They don't realize it at the time. And it's the same with adults, of course. They just go towards that life, but towards drinking and drugs, whatever it is, porn, to escape, to numb the pain, which keeps them stuck in a constant cycle of running from the pain and making it worse and worse and worse till they end up killing themselves, till they end up a full-on addict. But it also has its good sides too. It's not only negative. This is what changed my life. I was a full-on drug addict from 17 to 19. Before that, at 16, 15, 16, I was partying and drinking just alcohol. But the way I got out of it was through this same sort of influence. It was through watching people on YouTube inspire me, show me that there's a better way. Tell me I shouldn't be drinking. I shouldn't be just living that loser lifestyle. That I was worth so much more. And of course, at the start, I didn't really listen. I listened to some bits. I didn't want to get sober at the time. I didn't want to quit drugs. But slowly and surely, I was brainwashed until eventually I did get sober, and 100% that played a massive role. Now, look, you don't have to watch me. You need to watch someone who inspires you, someone that you want to be like. Never take advice from someone in a position that you don't want to be in. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter how old they are, how wise they are. If they're not where you want to be, don't listen. That includes me. But one thing's for sure, man, you need to be very, very careful of the stuff that you take in. Of the social media, the movies, the shows. Sure, a little bit of this can be okay. And especially if you are using it for positive purposes. But even still, you want to limit it because you will become removed from yourself almost. Even if the person is inspiring you and he's helping you change your life, there comes a point where you need to slow down because you'll start to lose that inner voice, that inner compass. This is maybe why so many people feel lost in the modern day, because they've got all this noise coming at them. All these ideas of how the world should be, how they should be, what kind of lifestyle they should live. And then we forget, we become disconnected and we become lost. So we need to go to drink and drugs. The internet, it can be very good or very bad because we're so vulnerable to the influence that it brings us. This is why everyone, all the big companies and stuff are on social media now. This is why it's so popular, because our brain, it connects to it like it's another human being. Like it's a friend talking to us. And I know this is a bit ironic, me telling you on a camera, but I'm just playing my role because it saved my life completely. And I'm not going to deny it. It saved my life completely, and I want to pass that on to other people. But it's up to each and every one of us to use it in the right way, to craft it in the right way so that we become the best that we possibly can be. If not, it will take us. It will take us to dark, dark places. It will lead to other addictions like drugs, like drinking, like porn. See, every addiction creates this need, this desire for a stronger, harder hit. Eventually, the alcohol gets boring. Eventually, the vanilla porn gets boring. You want to go further, want to try other things. Eventually, video games get boring. That's what happened to me. I was so addicted to video games when I was like 13, 14, 15. Before I started going out, I've got like 1,000 hours in Arma 3, if any of you know what Arma 3 is. Man, I got like 400 hours in fucking Prison Architect. Prison Architect, man. But eventually that became boring. I seen on social media these cool people, the cool kids. I wanted to do that. But secretly my brain was just looking for that bigger hit of dopamine. So man, just be careful what you watch. It will change you.